Tonight we thought we'd make a quick video for our fellow members of Puzzle Club. We here at the Arbor household have a chapter, the Puzzle Club Santa Clara, and over the holidays when we have time, we like to put together puzzles.
Jigsaw puzzles.
Jigsaw puzzles. And I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but we put together a 500-piece puzzle before the holidays. And nope, 500. And at any rate, when we got done, we discovered that this puzzle that we were putting together was actually a 499-piece puzzle.
Man, that sucks.
So, at any rate, tonight we thought we'd make you a video of our attempt to fix a puzzle that is missing a piece. So, for this hack, you will need some polymer clay. This is the kind of clay that you can make into any shape, put in your oven, and bake, and it gets hard.
You also need the surrounding pieces of puzzle that the hole is...
That the missing piece comes from.
Yeah, that the missing piece comes from.
Mm-hmm.
You'll need a baking sheet and some aluminum foil.
X-Acto knife.
And an X-Acto knife. And a lot of patience.
Okay, so we'll start the process and we'll take you along on the journey of trying to make a puzzle piece for a jigsaw puzzle that's missing one piece.
Step 1. Take some aluminum foil and line it on a baking tray. Step 2. Take the section of puzzle pieces with the missing hole in the middle. Now, hopefully you can remember how the puzzle goes.
The next step is to use your clay to make this piece that's missing. I've laid the puzzle upside down on our baking sheet in case the polymer clay stains the puzzle. The polymer clay directions do indicate that it has the potential to stain things. So this way, by laying it face down, the front of the puzzle won't get stained. And so now we're just gonna, okay, take a small section of the clay, enough that you think it'll fill that hole, and enough that it'll fill that hole. And the first step is we need to get all any air bubbles or impurities in this clay out. So I'm just gonna knead it a little bit and roll it into a ball to start with. And be sure that it's just solid clay and it's workable. Okay, now I need to make it into a disc. I'm just going to use my hand, but I suppose you could use a rolling pin of some kind. Yep. Okay, so now we have our puzzle pieces and we have our clay over them, and now it's time to form the actual puzzle piece. Okay, it turns out that you can't roll in a pan with an edge, so just laid some aluminum foil on the counter, and now we're going to roll it into that hole. How's it going, you might ask? Not so good. It turns out...
Sticking to the wood?
Yeah. Here we have a rough puzzle piece shape. We need to make a modification to our plan, and we're going to try this again. Okay, we just discovered that the clay sticks to the rolling pin, so we're going to cover the clay with a second sheet of aluminum foil before we roll it. My lovely assistant is going to come and stabilize this while I roll.
So what am I doing?
Just sort of holding. Now we're going to separate.
Ah, pretty cool.
And now you're going to get your X-Acto knife out.
Is there going to be shrinkage?
We don't know, because we've never used this clay before. This may not work, by the way, in which case you may never see it on, you may never see this video. It might be an epic fail, in which case you might see the video, or it might work. We're hoping it works. Okay, so we smushed the dough into the hole, and then we tried various techniques to
Sculpt it.
to remove the excess. It turned out that the best way to do it was using a small offset spatula, coming along and cutting off all the excess clay. We also found that the clay sticks quite a bit to the aluminum foil, so we switched to I think this is
Just parchment paper.
it's a silicone parchment paper, and it still sticks to that a little bit. So you're going to want a spatula, because when you move the pieces, you want to move it all at the same time. Now we have a piece of clay embedded in the puzzle that is exactly the right shape and size to fit the missing piece. So we have two options at this point. Option number one is we could try to carefully remove the puzzle pieces and bake off the piece that we've created. Or the other option is we could bake it with the puzzle pieces. And
That's what I vote for.
and because this is Jody's house, we're going to do it Jody's way. If this is a disaster, we'll definitely be publishing this video on her channel, and you can all tell her, no, don't stick your puzzle in the oven.
Yeah, I'll watch it. I'll watch it.
So, question, dear. Face up or face down on the baking sheet?
Face up.
So now we've got our puzzle piece on a little tray, and we're going to put it in the toaster oven at 275 per the instructions with the polymer clay.
Okay. Bakey, bakey. It's ready. Don't finesse it too much.
Not finessing anything.
It looks good.
Are we rolling?
Yeah. Stop fussing with it. Leave it. Men. Don't lose those pieces.
Wow, you don't like making puzzle pieces? Okay, I got two off. I'll leave the other two for you. It takes finesse.
Well, I have had 12 years as a campfire girl.
Okay, 12 years as a campfire girl. Get two pieces off that damn puzzle piece.
It's just like wiggling a loose tooth. You know when you got that tooth, it's just hanging on by a, what do teeth have? Roots?
Mm-hmm. Tissue.
And you want to just toggling it with your tongue.
Because you want the tooth fairy to come.
Yes. I don't know how tooth fairies paid in your neighborhood, but mine were pretty lucrative.
What do you think was the case in my neighborhood?
So there you go. There's your piece.
So I think it's not quite fully baked. I would put
Yeah,
it back in for another 5 minutes. There we have our blank puzzle piece.
Look what we gave birth to, honey.
And now we need to make the artwork that will go on that puzzle piece. Our plan is to take a scan of the section of puzzle from which the missing pieces, and then we're also going to take a scan of the box lid from which we'll actually get the art. And so we'll need to do some resizing of the artwork to fit that puzzle hole. We'll then be able to print a color image of the puzzle piece that's missing and glue it to the actual piece that we made. So when you're done, you have a piece that fits into the puzzle. Notice that the clay did stain the cardboard a little bit on the backside. And once you size and print the scan from the front of the box and glue it to the piece you've made, you got a pretty good match. The colors are a little bit off, the alignment's a little bit off, but it's a lot better than not having a piece. So there you go. There's your tutorial on how to make the 500 piece puzzle when you only have 499 pieces. Hope you enjoyed. The last step is to take that section of the puzzle that you took out so you could create your puzzle piece, and you have your finished puzzle. And I'm going to zoom in on the area that we created the puzzle piece, and you have to zoom in pretty far before you can see that that's not really the puzzle piece that should have come with the puzzle. Again, I hope you found this useful. It was interesting. Bye.